I'm going to dive into a topic most businesses probably haven't tried to utilize. I call it the unsung hero of marketing, and what I'm talking about is text message marketing. Now, statistically, around 20% of businesses use text marketing, so it's a good chance for you to gain an edge on your competition because they're probably not doing this yet. Here are some stats that you may not have known, but it'll make sense when you look at your texting habits. 82% of texts are read within 5 minutes, and over 95% of texts are read overall. Now, this is compared to 28% of emails due to I'm sure you know, all the spam and junk email filters that we have. So there are really two takeaways here when you look at these stats. First, that friend who said, "Oh, I didn't see your text," is statistically probably lying to you. Second, if you think about your own phone habits, you can really see this being true. Just the other day I was eating lunch and I got a text from a colleague which said, "Hey, I just forwarded you an email and wanted to see if you could take a look." Now, the reason why he texted me was he probably knew I wouldn't see the email right away if I'm eating lunch, that the text would get my attention immediately. So, the first thing to realize about text marketing is that it's fast. Not only is it fast, but it's also effective. Texts have a 45% response rate. Now, if you compare that to 6% for emails, it's a drastic improvement. This means people aren't only opening the messages at a high rate, but they're also either clicking on links, redeeming coupons, or responding to survey questions and things like that at a much higher rate than emails. So text marketing is fast and it's very effective. Third, customers love texting. I don't know if you realize this, but 58% of consumers view companies that offer text messaging in a positive light. Now, what's even more encouraging, if you take that 58%, if you only isolate the millennials, that number jumps to 77%. So if your customer base involves that 18 to 34-year-old demographic, just know that they prefer texting and they like companies that offer texting as an option. All right, so that being said, here are 5 tips on how to maximize a text marketing campaign. Tip number 1, never ever use a bulk list to spam via text. There's no faster way to turn away a prospect than to spam them via text messaging. Now think about your own habits here for a second. You're probably used to receiving all kinds of marketing solicitations in the mail and through your email. TV commercials are normal to us, but texting, that's an extremely personal communication channel. The last thing anyone wants to see in their texting app is spam, which is why these midterm elections were so annoying. I don't know about you guys, but I doubt I was the only one getting bombarded with unsolicited political texts. And it was just, I've never been more annoyed in my life. So tip number 1, you'd never use text marketing to spam. Tip number 2, always use a double opt-in when you do text message marketing. Now in the screenshot here, there are blue bubbles. Those blue bubbles are opt-ins. So let's say a customer was getting an oil change and they saw a sign in the waiting area that said text express tune-up to this number to receive 20% off. Texting that word express tune-up is called a single opt-in. What they did is they just opted in there. We at Sire, we always recommend a double opt-in by asking them to reply to a confirmation with a firm yes. Right? And this is to make sure of 2 things. One, not only that you're compliant with canned spam laws, but again, you just want to make sure someone really wants to receive text from you because of the personal nature of text messaging. So you just want to get that firm commitment. So always use double opt-in to have people join your marketing list. Tip number 3, use a slow cadence. No one wants daily marketing text from the same company. And this is one thing that kind of differs. Emma kind of talked about how often should you post on social media. Google Ads kind of fire at a quick rate. This is where text marketing differs from them. Promoting a weekly happy hour special if you're a restaurant is good. A monthly promo you're doing for your business, it's perfect. Any more than once a week, and you may just end up annoying your customer, and what they'll do is opt out of your list, and you'll lose the ability to text them going forward. So tip number 3, use a slow cadence. Tip number 4, be concise. Okay, now you're probably wondering what the heck that image is. And it's a real text conversation between me and my sister, who I love to death, absolutely love her. But this is a real text conversation we had over the holidays. And I blurred out the wording to keep the conversation private. But I'm the blue text, she's the white. And I'm sure you guys all have that one friend who texts like this. And the timing of this conversation with my sister was just perfect as I was prepping for this webinar as an example of how not to write a marketing text. Remember the idea of these marketing bursts. They're going to scroll through social media quickly. They're just doing a quick search. The idea of immediacy is key. So you shouldn't try to aim, the real goal in text marketing, try to aim for 160 characters in your marketing messages, 320 characters at the most. And this kind of ties into what we were talking about before when we talked about being snackable. The people don't like reading long texts. Keep it quick, keep it concise, and get to the point. And tip number 5, finally, take advantage of all your platforms to build your text marketing list. Now, Emma kind of talked about this with social media when she talks about cross promotion. That absolutely holds true here. You can see a couple of screenshots here. One of our large e-commerce clients, and they have the opt-in message plastered on the top of every page of their site, and it's always there, right? And their whole goal is try to build up their marketing list doing that. A local gym chain here in Orange County, that's where I'm speaking from right now, they not only have signage in their shop, posted all over different areas of all over different areas of their gym, but they also regularly post it on social media. So they really take advantage of multiple platforms to get people to sign up and join their marketing list. Now, remember, text marketing is fast, it's responsive, but it's a deeply personal marketing tool. So customers who have double opted in are really raising their hand, and they're saying they want to hear from you. And this is a great way to connect with customers and prospects because there's no higher quality lead that you're going to get than a double opt-in. And the best thing about text marketing is it's literally pennies per message. It's an extremely overlooked tool that most businesses aren't using. It's very fast, it's easy, and the best part is it's really affordable to use. So I highly encourage you guys, if you haven't yet, give text marketing a try. It's a great way to not only build a marketing list, but more importantly, it's the perfect tool for the bottom of the funnel in terms of creating lifetime value and generating repeat customers.